It's rolling now. Welcome to our fourth episode of Shifting from Anxiety to Inspiration. Today I'm going to put in two practices because we are worth it. We want to shift the old story. We want to make ourselves available to leave a legacy more and more each day, tracking it and making progress. So this is to stretch, and sometimes all the time when we stretch, we are building resilience, we're building emotional intelligence, we're going beyond our own comfort zone and our own mindset that's kept us limited. And when we do that, it's important to endure and to challenge ourselves to go beyond. So instead of keeping us staying in a chair for our practice, we're gonna try something different today. So this is about squatting, and during squatting we involve the big muscles of the body, which is the quadriceps, which is the biggest muscle group. So we can get tired, we can have lactic acid buildup, we could go, this is too much, I'm sore, I'm out of breath. And once we start to push the boundary of limitation and stretch ourselves, and I'm going to help us do this together in how we're stretching ourselves in a healthy way, right? So setting up just how we can do this, you can keep your hands to your hips, you can bring your arms out in front, you can place them on your shoulders as you like. What I like doing is taking my arms out in front because I kind of keep a balance, because my center of gravity of my buttocks going back. It's good to compensate. Otherwise you kind of tilt so far forward, and maybe those that are not so flexible, the hips can't go as far down. So feet more or less hip distance apart, and we're going for that kind of action. And here's a game changer around how we could do this for longer. So maybe ask yourself, how many do you think you can do? Cool. As we breathe out, we're going to come up. Okay, so I've learned this through being a personal trainer back in the day, some 30 years ago. And the training taught me one of the biggest things was to breathe out when I'm doing the most intense part of the exercise. So this is self-supporting. I'm lightening up, I'm creating less intensity. So when you're ready, let's start breathing in, going down, breathing out, coming up. And I welcome you to breathe out through the mouth, especially if you're not as athletic as some others might be. And if you compare yourself with somebody else, maybe stop that. I so welcome you to stop that. And if you want to compare yourself with anybody, compare yourself with the version of yourself that was yesterday. And know that you've got more in you, more juice in you to stretch yourself, to be more of yourself, to be more inspired, to achieve more, to be more satisfied. You might be getting tired, follow your breath, maybe even lead with your breath. And I'm not asking you to do X amount. If you feel that's your limit, that's all good. And if you feel you're getting to your limit, I welcome you to just be curious, to relax a little more, dig deeper, breathe out as you come up. And then close your eyes and just feel how energetic you are. Take a few deeper breaths. And especially with the out breath, just let go with a sigh like we've done in a previous episode. Okay, cool. For the second practice, you can come back on your chair. Okay, our second practice for this episode is back on the chair, and we're going to go to the physiological sigh. Yes, we've done a sigh before, the physiological sigh is quite different because we build the pressure similar to when we are squatting. We push ourselves and then we go a little further, and we invigorate the whole body, we get it charged up, and by the end of it, when we stop, we get a dopamine connection that enhances our brain chemistry. We get endorphins through exercising that enhances our brain chemistry. There's a positive brain chemicals instead of the stuff that around anxiety and stress like adrenaline and cortisol. That's the stuff that makes us tired. That's the stuff that makes us exhausted. When we exercise in healthy ways, we flip that around. We stop secreting those chemicals and we build in the positive chemicals. Oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine, endorphins. Okay, so the second practice, physiological sigh. It's where we breathe in through the nostrils, nice and deep, and then we top it up at the end. We hold for 3 seconds and we breathe out through the mouth, and we ground and we center. Okay, so let's go breathing in. And a little more. And out through the mouth. Hold for 3 seconds and in. The length of your breath might be different to mine. Just go with what feels the right way for you, the right length for you. Pause at the end for 3 seconds and breathing in. And more. And out. And in. And out. Feel how the tension's released. Feel how you're grounding. Feel how you're clearer. And in again. In. Last 2. And last 1. Building up the pressure. Top up with the last bit. Feel the pressure. And then as you breathe out, decompressing, relaxing, centering, grounding, and come back to normal breathing. And acknowledge how these practices are supporting you from calming your nervous system, being more settled, being more present, being more available to optimize how you're living. Inspired to be more of you, dropping the mask. You know, one of the things that's inspired me is a book called The 5 Regrets of the Dying, and a lady's done palliative care, and she wrote a blog, got 3 million hits, and people said, write the book. So this book, one of the 5 regrets of people that are on their last phase of life that were not wearing the mask, they said, I wish I had been truer to myself. So I inspire you to be more of yourself, to drop the mask. It's easier being yourself than replicating somebody else, modeling somebody else. It's harder work, and we're more lost out at sea when we're doing that. We're more embodying who we truly are, that we allow ourselves to liberatingly just show up being us. And we'll never be perfect, but we can celebrate just liberatingly being us. So thank you for joining me on this journey. Keep doing the practice till you feel you're ready for the next episode. Thank you for showing up. Well done.